I think when I started the conference, I came from the idea that the solutions to the problems in the cities are not really so much technical. They are, but they are not really technical. They are all financial. Of course, the financial issue is very important, but there was a question of coming out with the right solutions, and coming out with the right solutions for the problems of slums, of people who don't have anything, of urbanization problems in the cities, come out a lot of the times from actors, from the different actors in the cities, from the collaboration of actors in the cities. And I feel that this conference is really, on the one hand, confirm that. On the other hand, I think it's gone much more beyond that, because I think we have fantastic examples here, like Cali, like Lima, Belo Horizonte, Accra, in which you could see how really this getting together was a very, very cheap solution. We could do a lot more with less, but in a way that also created, I think, social capital in the cities. It created sustainable, more long-term relationships with the different actors in the cities, and that was something very important. Also, I think we came out with very practical issues, which I think that's also something that I was expecting, but maybe not to the extent that we have done it. The practical recommendations like, the importance of facilitators in the cities, to get all these actors together, the importance to link informal processes of, relationships between different actors with formal processes. And I think and there are also specific tools like institutional mapping to know who you have to contact for different kind of issues, and different transitioning, how do you move from a situation to the next. I mean, the question we had in this conference was difficult, Lida. It was very difficult because it was about change. And change is the most dangerous thing for politicians, for example. And we had the politicians here. We had the politicians talking about change. We had the politicians talking about the conflicts that generated and how they resolve them. My only feeling is that maybe we hadn't had enough time. Every time there was an interview session, or there was a feedback session, or a round table, I felt we didn't have enough time to really wrap up. But on the other hand, what was exciting about this conference was the diversity of views, the diversity of people, the diversity of questions being tackled. And I think in that sense it's gone far beyond what I was expecting, to tell you the truth.
And also you really emphasized the need for communications and also using more social media. Why do you think that's important?
Okay, yeah, from the very beginning we thought that it was important to have this as a communicating conference, communicating internally for all of us. I think a lot of the times we have conferences, they go one after the day after the other, and you just forgot what happened the day before. You don't link the different days, so there is no flow in the conference, and you're expected to put all that together somehow. So I thought it was very important to have some way in which people could make comments, maybe not in public, but through social media, the conference participants, and that it will help us. So we had this daily that was helping people to come out with some kind of a reminder of what happened the day before, also what happened today, what is happening today, and also the video newsletter. So not only dailies and photos, but also something more active, like a video of people who we were interviewing. That was very important. And I think also we thought about it also not only for internal purposes but also to external. We think a conference like this, where we bring so much wealth of experiences and people really interesting, needs to be publicized and needs to be seen. We have an obligation. We spend resources in something like this. We have an obligation to make sure more people benefit from it and they can interact with us in real time. And that's why I think social media, the work you did, Alida, was so important, because we think that using the Twitter, using Facebook, using the blog, we were able to really widen the kind of audience, and people was able to benefit from such an interesting conference.
Thank you.
Thank you.